Quartz or granite? It's one of the most debated choices in kitchen remodels, and the stakes are higher than you might think. The real risk isn't just picking the wrong stone for your style, it's choosing a countertop that doesn't fit your daily life, your kitchen's lighting, or your long-term plans. Hi, I'm Andre from KitchenPlanIt. If you're planning a kitchen remodel, you probably already felt the pull between quartz and granite. Maybe you've held sample squares under your kitchen lights, or maybe you're overwhelmed by the opinions online. The truth is, this debate goes away beyond looks or price tags. In this video, I want to help you cut through the noise, understand what actually matters, and avoid the kind of countertop regret that's expensive and nearly impossible to fix once installation day is over. Why is this debate controversial? Let's get right to it. The quartz versus granite debate is so heated because both materials are marketed as the best for modern kitchens, but their real-world trade-offs are rarely discussed honestly. On one side, you have quartz, engineered stone with a reputation for consistency, low maintenance, and a whole range of colors. On the other, granite, natural stone with unique patterns, a sense of authenticity, and strong heat resistance. The controversy comes from the fact that both camps have passionate advocates, and salespeople, designers, and even friends can make it sound like there's a clear winner. But here's the problem. What you see in a showroom, or even in a friend's kitchen, often doesn't match how these materials will perform in your home. For example, quartz is often described as maintenance-free, but that's not always the case. It's true that quartz resists staining better than many granites and doesn't need to be sealed, but not all quartz is created equal. Some brands are more resistant to heat and UV light than others. If your kitchen gets a lot of direct sun, certain quartz counters can discolor or fade over time. If someone who sets hot pans directly on a counter, some quartz surface can scorch or crack, while granite is generally more forgiving with heat. Granite, on the other hand, is prized for its natural variation. No two slabs are the same. That's a selling point, but it also means that what you pick in the showroom may look different once it's cut, installed, and seen under your kitchen lighting. Granite needs to be sealed regularly to prevent stains, and some colors or patterns are more porous than others. Plus, granite can chip at the edges, especially if you have a busy kitchen with heavy pots or kids who might bang things around. The controversy also stems from the way trends shift. For a while, granite was the must-have upgrade. Then quartz took over as a modern choice. But neither is perfect for every situation, and the wrong choice can lead to daily frustration, not just a style mismatch. A common planning trap is making the countertop decision based solely on a small sample, a trend, or a salesperson's pitch, without thinking through how the material will actually work in your kitchen. Imagine a homeowner who falls in love with bright white quartz. It's a sample in the showroom. It looks flawless under those lights, but once installed at home, the surface shows every crumb, fingerprint, or water spot. Our picture someone who chooses a dramatic granite slab for its unique veining, only to discover that the pattern looks overwhelming next to their cabinets and backsplash, or that the seam placement interrupts the flow. Another mistake is not testing how the countertop will interact with daily habits. Do you cook with a lot of red wine, coffee, or tomato sauce? Some granites, especially lighter colors, can stain if not properly sealed, while certain quartz finishes can develop dull spots if harsh cleaners are used. Homeowners sometimes regret not asking about the edge profile, or an ogee or a bullnose edge might look elegant, but can be harder to keep clean. Others forget to think about the sound and feel of the surface. Quartz can have slightly softer touch, while granite often feels colder and harder. And then there's the issue of seams. Both materials require seams in larger kitchens, but the way seams are handled can make a huge difference in the final look. Not all fabricators are equally skilled at matching patterns or colors across seams. And what looks like a minor detail in the shop can become a daily annoyance at home. A final, often overlooked mistake is failing to coordinate the countertop with all the other finishes, cabinets, flooring, backsplash, even wall color. It's easy to fall in love with the countertop in isolation, but kitchens are about how everything comes together. The wrong combination can make the whole space feel disjointed, and changing a countertop often installed is a major expense. So, how do you avoid these pitfalls? Start by bringing home the largest possible samples of both quartz and granite you're considering. Don't rely on a tiny square. Ask your supplier for a bigger piece or even a full slab, viewing if possible, and that might not always be possible. Place these samples next to your actual cabinet doors, flooring, and backsplash tiles. Check them in different lighting conditions, morning, sunlight, evening shadows, and under your kitchen's artificial lights. You'll be surprised how much the color pattern, sheen can change. Next, get specific about the brand, finish, and maintenance routine for each material. Not all quartz or granite is the same. Ask your supplier, does this quartz brand have a history of discoloring in the sunlight? What's the manufacturer's policy on heat damage? For granite, ask about porosity. Some colors are more prone to staining, and find out how often it needs to be resealed. If you're considering a honed or leathered finish, check how it holds up to fingerprints, water spots, or scratches. Maintenance isn't just about sealing, it's about what you'll be cleaning and how often. Think carefully about your kitchen habits. Do you want to be able to set a hot pan down without worrying? Granite is generally more heat resistant, but quartz can be damaged by high temperatures. Or you're someone who likes to bake or roll dough directly on the counter. Some granites have a subtle texture that can make dough stick, while quartz is often smoother. If you have young children or cook frequently, consider how each material handles chips, scratches, and stains. Ask your fabricator what the repair process looks like. Can a chip be filled, or does the whole section need to be replaced? Now, let's talk about seams and edges. Ask your fabricator for drawings or digital previews that show where seams will fall. In a large kitchen or with a long island, seams are unavoidable, but their placement can be strategic. For granite, making a pattern across a seam is a true craft. For quartz, the uniform pattern can make seams less noticeable, but color matching is still important. For edges, decide not just on the look, but on how easy it is to clean and how well it holds up to daily bumps. Don't forget about overhangs, especially for islands or bar seating. Check that the thickness of your chosen materials work with your sink and faucet. Some undermount sinks require a certain counter thickness, and faucet holes need to be drilled carefully. Also, consider the sound and feel. Tap on the sample with a spoon or plate. Some stones are much louder than others, which can be a surprise if you're used to a softer surface. Finally, coordinate all your finishes before you order. Lay out your samples together and step back. Does the countertop feel overwhelmed? The cabinets, or does it blend in too much? Does it clash with your backsplash or floor? Take photos in different lighting and look at them on your phone. Sometimes the camera picks up clashes your eyes might miss. And remember, trends come and go. The best countertop is the one that works for your daily life and makes you happy every time you walk into your kitchen. How KitchenPlanIt helps. After you've weighed these trade-offs, KitchenPlanIt can help you visualize how each countertop material looks alongside your chosen cabinets, flooring, and backsplash. A readiness check walks you through the key planning questions like stain resistance, seam placement, and lighting checks. So don't miss a costly detail. You can compare finished combinations in your actual kitchen lighting and organize your plan before you spend thousands on stone or installation. It's about making sure your countertop choice fits your real kitchen, not just a showroom display. Before you commit to quartz or granite, get your free Kitchen Remodel Readiness Score at KitchenPlanIt.net. And if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to hear more, please subscribe below. I'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye now.